you and welcome one and all to the official weigh-in ceremonies here at the Expo Hall at the Florida State Fairgrounds. For the most exciting combat sport on the planet today, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 6. And tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, we are live worldwide from the Expo Hall. Our official preliminary fights begin at 8 p.m. and they will go out on the official Bare Knuckle Facebook page. And then at 9 p.m. we are live worldwide on pay-per-view, Fight TV, and brand new to Premier Sports UK. Tomorrow's event is brought to you by Hooters Restaurant, the House of Glass, and place your bets at mybookie.com. Now, before we begin our official weigh-in ceremonies, I'd like to turn the microphone over to the man that has made all of this happen. He is the man with the vision of no gloves for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, Mr. David Feldman.
Thank you, everyone. Look, man, I don't have much to say except this event is going to be epic. This is an unbelievable event. We're here in the great state of Florida. I want to take my hat off and say thank you so much to Patrick Cunningham, the executive director of the Florida State Athletic Commission. Give him a round of applause. And Timothy Shipman, these guys made it so seamless to be here in the state of Florida. It was a great process, and we can't wait to come back in the future. Tune in to watch this fight. It's going to be a great fight, stacked from top to bottom, live on pay-per-view and on all your cable and satellite providers all around the United States and Canada, and live on Fight TV everywhere else around the world, and Premier Sports in the UK.
Thank you, David. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to get the show on the road. First to the stage, we have our first fight tomorrow night, once again going out live on Facebook Live, and that will be in the Bare Knuckle Light Heavyweight Division. First to the stage, he holds a bare knuckle record, stepping into the ring for the second time, looking for victory number 1 from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Here is Drew the Spider Monkey Lipton.
Sounds good. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Drew Lipton, 181.4 pounds. And his opponent making his way to the stage, he is an MMA veteran of 15 professional fights from Clearwater, Florida. Here is David the Redneck Mundell.
I'm not sure. I was looking at the wrong side.
David Mundell, 185.4 pounds. And that's our first face-off, ladies and gentlemen. Fight number 1, the Spider Monkey taking on the Redneck. Drew Lipton and David Mundell. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Bare Knuckle Heavyweight Division. First to the stage, his MMA record stands at 3 victories, opposite 2 defeats from Lakeland, Florida. Here is Chris Buffalo.
Joe, I'm hearing somebody else with this microphone now. Take this to this. I get what you're hearing.
Chris Buffalo, 204.6 pounds. And his opponent making his way to the stage is undefeated as an MMA fighter at 1-0 from Clearwater, Florida. Here is Jared the Gunman Hayes. Jared Hayes, 215.2 pounds. And that is fight number 2, ladies and gentlemen, in the heavyweight division. Big hands, bad consequences. Jared Hayes taking on Chris Boffel. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, you can tune in to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 6 live on pay-per-view and Fight TV and Premier Sports in the UK. Once again, next up we have the middleweight division. First to the stage, he is an MMA veteran of 19 professional fights. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, that's backwards, no problem there. He holds a bare knuckle record at 1-0 from Mount Albo, Puerto Rico. Here is Elvin El Bandito Brito. Elvin Brito, 156.8 pounds. And his opponent, making his way to the stage, is an MMA veteran of 19 professional fights from Davie, Florida. Here is the Cage Warriors and UFC veteran Jim the Beast Allers. Jim Allers, 155.6 pounds. And that is fight number 3 tomorrow night on Facebook Live in the middleweight division. Jim Allers taking on Elvin Brito. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't start putting your hands together more, we do have police officers with tasers. All right, next up we have the lightweight division. First to the stage, his bare knuckle record stands at 1-1 from Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Here is Travis the Animal Thompson. Travis Thompson, 135.2 pounds. And his opponent making his way to the stage also holds a bare knuckle record at 1-1 from Spring Hill, Florida by way of Puerto Rico. Here is Abdiel, the Nightmare Velasquez. Abdiel Velasquez, 134.4 pounds. And when we say, ladies and gentlemen, that bare knuckle fighting is the most exciting combat sport on the planet, this is one of the reasons why in the lightweight division, we have Abdiel Velasquez taking on Travis Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, our next fight will be our opening fight live on pay-per-view worldwide in the light heavyweight division. First to the stage, he is an MMA veteran of 15 professional fights from Manaus, Amazonas, Brazil. Here is Walter Tete Barros. £183.4 pounds for the warrior, Walter Barros. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, he holds a bare knuckle record undefeated at 2-0. Here is the former WEC Middleweight Champion of the World from Phoenix, Arizona, Joe Diesel Riggs. Joe Riggs, 184.6 pounds. 181.6 pounds for Joe Riggs. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be another barn burner. Joe Riggs taking on Wilbur Barros. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we are turning the squared circle back over to the big boys of the heavyweight division. First to the stage, his bare knuckle record stands at 1 victory opposite a single defeat with 1 draw. From Carlsbad, California, please welcome the Bellator and UFC veteran, Joey the Mexicutioner Beltran. Joey Beltran, 242 pounds. And his opponent making his way to the stage is undefeated as a bare knuckle professional at 1-0. From Ridley Park, Pennsylvania, here is Jamie the Delco Destroyer Campbell.
Now switching sides up.
Jamie Campbell, 267.8 pounds. And fight number 6 live on pay-per-view in the heavyweight division. Jamie Campbell taking on Joey Beltran. Ladies and gentlemen, tickets are available for purchase, but they are very, very limited. We are expecting to pack this place tighter than a Cuban cigar. So make sure that you get those tickets as they are available at the box office. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have the bare knuckle middleweight division. First to the stage, his bare knuckle record stands at 1-1. From Etna, Indiana, here is Tom Show. Tom Show weighs in at 168.8 pounds. And his opponent making his way to the stage holds a bare knuckle record at 2-2. From Mansfield, Ohio, here is Julian Hellboy Lane. Julian Lane, 169.8 pounds. And we told you before, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a stacked card. And here's more proof of it right here. Julian Lane and Tom Show. And as you can see, the war of the words have begun.
Let's go, baby!
So that's what it takes to get you guys going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was just a little over a year ago at our debut event that we rolled out an 8-man lightweight tournament. And now we are down to the final 2. Next up will be our lightweight tournament final to determine the new Police Gazette American Bare Knuckle Lightweight Championship and the Bare Knuckle World Lightweight Championship. First to the stage, his bare knuckle record stands undefeated at 3-0. From Fort Worth, Texas, please welcome the UFC veteran, Brutal Johnny Bedford. Johnny Bedford, 134.6 pounds. And next to the stage, he is also undefeated as a bare knuckle fighter at 3-0 from Chesapeake, Virginia. Here is Reggie Easy Educated Hands Barnett Jr. Reggie Barnett Jr., 133.2 pounds. And this has the potential, ladies and gentlemen, to be the fight of the night. And these two have worked hard in the tournament. And now the final two for the Police Gazette American Bare Knuckle Lightweight Championship and the Bare Knuckle World Lightweight Championship. Reggie Barnett Jr. and Johnny Bedford. Ladies and gentlemen, next up we have our co-main event, which takes place in the Bare Knuckle division. Stage. He is an MMA veteran of 45 professional fights and is a bare knuckle fighter at 1-0 from Omaha, Nebraska. Here is Dakota Cochran. $190.8 pounds for Dakota Cochran. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, a man who needs no introduction inside the cage or the squared circle. An MMA veteran of 33 professional fights and undefeated as a bare knuckle fighter at 2-0. Here is the UFC veteran and former WEC middleweight champion from San Diego, California, Christoph Lieben. 193 pounds for the crippler. And that is your co-main event tomorrow night in the Cruiserweight division. Chris Lieben taking on Dakota Cochran. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The moment the entire combat sports world has been waiting for. The most anticipated fight in modern day bare knuckle history. The line is drawn and it will be crossed when they toe the line in our main event in the super welterweight division. First to the stage, he is an MMA veteran of 33 professional fights and is an undefeated bare knuckle fighter at 1-0 from Dublin, Ireland by way of Novgorod, Russia. Please welcome the UFC veteran Artem the Russian Hammer Lobo. Artem Lobov, 154.6 pounds. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, a man who will be making his bare knuckle debut tomorrow night as a professional boxer extraordinaire. He holds a record of 36-8 with 7 wins by knockout. Here is the former IBF Junior Welterweight World Champion and the former WBA Welterweight Champion of the World from Brooklyn, New York. Here is Paulie Magic Man Malignaggi. Control yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
One face off without incident. Save it for tomorrow.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the most anticipated fight in modern bare knuckle history, Junkie and This is the hottest fight of the summer, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude our official weigh-in ceremony and face-offs for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 6. The line is drawn. Attention to all fighters. All fighters the State Athletic Commission room before you leave. Once again, all fighters, please report to the State Athletic Commission room with 1 second. Beyond personal, but let's handle it the way that we always handle it, and that's inside the ring. Let's leave the fighting in the ring and not in the way. And again, ladies and gentlemen, to tune in to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 6, all you have to do is go to pay-per-view, Fight TV, and for our friends across the pond in the UK, check us out at Premier Sports UK. Special thanks also go out to Hooters Restaurant, The House of Glass, and place your bets at mybookie.com. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, the doors open at 7 p.m. Our first fight live on Facebook is at 8, and then we go live worldwide on pay-per-view 9 p.m. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and tomorrow we've got one thing left to say, and that's it's time to knuckle up!
Rumble just roll through that whole entourage.
Mississippi crowd only like 5 of them. Oh, yeah.
All they do is, you know, much appreciated.